Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump right on into this thing. You guys have probably already seen this eye look. It was uploaded Friday. Today is Saturday. Make sure you check out this eye look. It's using the Jaclyn Hill palette, and there's a giveaway. One for me, one for you. So it's a win-win. Anyway, I am going to be testing out the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation. I actually have worn this a couple times, so this is not a first impression, but I'm going to wear it all day today, and I'm going to take you guys with me as I'm running some errands because my daughter's birthday is Saturday. Well, her birthday is the 30th, but we always have a hard time celebrating it the 30th because it's after Thanksgiving. Thanks for texting me right now. It's after Thanksgiving and before Christmas, and that's always just such a hard time to get like people to come. So we are doing it this Saturday. We're going bowling and we're having family and a friend sleep over. So it's her first sleepover at the house. So I've got some errands to run and like kind of, you know, wrap up some things. Anyway, let's go ahead and test out the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation. And let's show you, I do have two shades here. I have Cool Beige and Natural. I do believe I'm definitely Natural Cool Beige. It's just a little too pink on me. So let's go ahead and try this out. But first I'm going to take a primer and I'm going to use the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer, which is a really cool primer. It has a bit of a tint to it instead of being just, you know, a white, but it definitely fills in your pores and you can actually wear on its own, which I love. And this is not a video for Dr. Brandt, but this is also not necessarily a video for Bare Minerals. It is not a sponsored ad. They did send it to me through a PR company to try out. And so yeah, there's that. I will always be honest with you guys and let you know when I'm doing sponsored content as I grow, or whether I'm doing something that was actually sent to me versus whether I bought. And I do buy a lot of things. Sometimes things are given to me through gratis, also through my company that I work for, actually 3 companies and actually now 4 companies because I just picked up PMD, which is the personal microdermabrasion device, and they also have the Kiss lip pumping device. So I am excited to try those out and let you guys know what I think. Anyway, I have this on. I'm gonna let it set for just a few seconds before I apply my foundation. So we'll see you in a sec. Okay, so we're back and I've let this sit on my face for about 5 minutes, which is what I like to do with primers, just so it can really kind of set and get ready. Let's go ahead and you guys can see I have used this. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, yes. And I'm going to use the brush they've also sent, which I have not used yet. I've saved that for the video, but I have been using it with my beauty blender. So we're going to do half the face with the brush that they provide with the foundation, or that they encourage you to use with it, and then half the face with the beauty blender. So let's start off. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and we are going to take the brush, just tap it in. This is a very interesting kind of domed shaped brush. If you guys can see, it kind of angles, but it's like rounded as well. So that's kind of cool because I think that will apply really nicely. So I'm just going to go ahead and start applying it to my face. I can tell you that I do like the application of this with a beauty blender because I have used it that way, but I have not tried this brush. So far, I am actually finding the brush to be very streaky, which to me can sometimes happen with brushes anyway. So let's do a little bit more, back of my hand, and I'm just going to take the brush, tap it in there, and then we're going to kind of dot it on the face in the areas where I feel like needs a little bit more coverage. Do the nose. Now, I did not watch any videos or reviews on like how to use this brush, so you know, even though I'm a makeup artist and I work for other companies, every company does have a specific way in which they like to use their foundations with a brush. But I'm just kind of lightly, you know, kind of swiping down and then going in a little bit of circular motions to blend it in. Why I wore these big old hoops to do this, don't ask me. I'm still sick, so you know. And we are batch filming, which I don't normally like to do. I like to give you guys like totally different videos, but as you can see, this eye look is in the previous video. Get you guys at least 2 videos of this week since I've been so sick and had a lot going on. I just feel like I'm ready to burst at the seams to tell you guys what's going on, but I can't yet. Like, I just feel like it's just not the time to tell you guys yet, almost. And I'm really excited because we are approaching almost 3,000. And I know that sounds silly and some people are going, 3,000's nothing, but it's a lot for me. I've worked really, really hard on this channel. I've not had the luck of my growth rate like I did on Instagram, and Instagram's completely changed. I've actually lost followers because I'm not doing fitness anymore as much. Even though I'm getting back into fitness, I've just pulled back on how much I was posting fitness. I really have found my stride in beauty. And a lot of you may not know that beauty has been my thing for like years. It's not just something that one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? I want to be a beauty blogger. Let's give this a try. So let's move on. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand again, and we're going to use the Beauty Blender this time. I do really like the way, actually, once it really blended out, it looks really nice on the skin with the brush. So I'm interested to compare the two with the Beauty Blender. So let's just go ahead and apply this. So anyway, back to what I was talking about, because this is kind of like a get ready with me chit chat, like all in one. I'm trying to catch you guys up on so much. I haven't posted as much fitness, so I've lost some people because they're like, oh, her stuff is all about makeup now. And I understand, like, it just the way it is. The whole Instagram space has changed. It's made me kind of fall out of love with it. What was so magical for me and Instagram about 4 years ago, maybe almost 5 now, my goodness, time has flown, was it was a new app. People hadn't really discovered it. I was definitely one of the first before and afters that blew up. I'm going to post it right here so you guys can see. If you don't know my story, I will also link that down below in the description box so you guys can check it out. It is on my website, www.jessicagilmartin.com. Has my whole story there and how I lost 110 pounds. I decided to compete in a bodybuilding show. So as I was going to compete into the bodybuilding show, somehow my picture just went viral. I was lucky, and I literally woke up one day to basically 10,000 new followers in a week. And overall, I just feel like, I don't know, part of me kind of just wants to like let that Instagram just sit there and start a whole new one. What do you guys think? I know that sounds like scary because it's like I've had that one for so long. It just feels like I'm really transitioning to a whole different world. I definitely am JessicaFitBeauty. I'm still about fitness. I'm still about health. But as you guys know, I found out that I had fibromyalgia in the spring. So I've been dealing with that and like figuring all that out. Yeah. Anyway, back to the foundation. Okay. So with the brush, I definitely feel like it's a little bit more full coverage with the brush, a little bit thicker. And then with the Beauty Blender, it's a little bit lighter. I don't know if you guys can tell. I can definitely see a little bit more of my skin through it, whereas versus this one is like full coverage. I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and just try and shear it out a little bit. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to go in with the brush on the opposite side to even it out. I think the brush worked really well. So I'm happy with that. I love the tone of this. I feel like it looks really good with my skin. I also like that this is like a matte finish, but while it's matte, I still feel a little bit luminescent. I don't feel really dried out. I will say I've worn this and I have found that it has worn well, but we're going to test all that again today. I'm going to go ahead and apply concealer, contour, blush, all that good stuff, and I'm going to come back and give you my final thoughts. All right, guys, so the foundation is on. And I finished up my complete look. I did a little bit of contour, a little bit of blush, and I really like how everything went on over top. This is definitely a little bit more matte of a foundation than what I've really been like wearing, but it's not like so matte it's obnoxious. Looks very, very pretty on the skin. It's not like overemphasizing any of my pores or anything like that, and I appreciate that because, you know, I'm not very young anymore. I'm getting up there in age, so I'm starting to have those fine lines and things like that, and some foundations can just really catch and carry in that. This didn't do this, but I do always spray with like a fixing spray. Today I used MAC Fix Plus. I sprayed it all over my face before I even applied any powders, and take my Beauty Blender and just really dab it in, or sometimes I'll just spray the Beauty Blender directly and then start really patting it in. And then I go over with powders and then set again. So I do have a little bit of highlighter on. It's the Desi X Katie Joseph Colors highlighter in Fuego. And overall, I'm just really impressed with this, but let's check in a little bit throughout the day and kind of see how it wears. I can tell you I have worn it before, but let's do this anyway so you guys can really see what it's looking like. I have to run a few errands and we can just kind of check in. So with that being said, the time is now 10:58 in the morning. So we are going to run some errands, check back in, and then we will wrap everything up. All right, I'll see you soon. Hey guys, it is about 1:45 Pacific Standard Coast Time, and I was like, I better check in with these guys. So I have some balloons in the back for my daughter's birthday. Hopefully they will last until Saturday. I'm just not gonna have time. I work Friday and Saturday, so yeah, I had to pick them up today. And I already have the cupcakes being made. Yay! We are going bowling for her 9th birthday. Anyway, this foundation is hanging in really well. I'm super impressed with the way it looks. It's not breaking up, and it looks really, really pretty. So I'm gonna check back in with you guys in a couple hours, and we'll see you soon. Bye. All right, guys, so it is officially 8:23 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know if you guys can see there at the top of my screen. I am on the Bare Minerals website checking out some deets for you guys because I want to talk about it. I do want to talk about how great this looks on my skin. It really hung in there throughout the day, and you know, I've been blowing my nose and all kinds of stuff. So it's a little bit gone around my nose, but overall, like, my skin looks beautiful. And this foundation is $34. You get the typical standard 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty common in most foundations. There are 30 shades, so that's an overall pretty good spectrum, and they actually have quite a bit of dark shades to choose from. I wouldn't say it's the best as far as the range goes for colors. I think Makeup Forever, Lancome, Estee Lauder are some of the best ones that have had like the most color range for years, and MAC as well. But the price of this is great, and for what you get, there was no smell to the foundation when I put it on, which was great, and it feels great. It says that it is a 24-hour breathable full coverage and is powered by Mineral Lock Longwear technology that blends mineral pigments with lipids naturally found in skin to lock in transfer-resistant color true coverage in 30 carefully calibrated shades. So yes, I am a fan of this. I think that it's beautiful. It looks really pretty on the skin. And while it is meant to be a matte, it is definitely a naturally matte. So it's not like super matte, just, you know, that look that I really liked when I was a teenager where I just wanted it matte. Now that I am in my 30s, I still want a little luminosity because I don't want to look so dried out. But yeah, that is it for this review. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, we'll be seeing you soon. Bye.